Hey, what's going on, guys? Rose here, and today we're going to be showcasing the secret unit from the Rift, YHWACH or YHWACH, however you want to call him, the almighty Quincy King. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's just hop right into the showcase. Alright, as always, we are in the, Bleach map, because, it's kind of fitting since he's the one who invaded it anyways. But here is his initial placement. He already starts off with like basically a cone, not a cone, but like basically a semicircle, if you want to call it that, right? So let's first put on the visual effects so we can see what his first move does. Let's just have any enemy just spawn in right now. So right now he's ethereal, so he has 3,000 damage. You'll see it's kind of low, but you'll see for a reason. He has 3 SPA or 3.5, and he has 25 range, right? So as you can see here, he kind of just swings and he just kind of throws a whole bunch of arrows, right? So let's go to the almighty star. So it's already a big circle. Oh, okay. So he kind of just summons a bunch of arrows just from the sky. So that's pretty cool. I believe it's called like, I forgot what the term for like the energy for the Quincy's are, but there it is. Pretty nice every 4 seconds. But let's look into his passive. His passive is the almighty, immune to status elements, and +5 damage for every status element avoided, increased by up to 30%. And the man who saw the future. When his unit attacks, it will do an additional attack on the last enemy at the same time. This will only apply to the first and the last enemy. So I want to see if I can kind of see that happen here. So he's going to attack this one, and he's also attacking the one in the back, as you can see, right? Which is pretty cool. Very, like, that's like insane. So he's basically attacking twice. It's kind of similar to Gogeta and how he has like a clone. So pretty cool. So let's keep upgrading him a bit here. And we're going to get to Almighty Cage, which is, whoa, that's, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty sick. Okay, let's see that again. Let's wait for it a bit. I'm surprised they didn't put the almighty above his eyes, but yeah, as you can see, he kind of throws his like almighty stuff or whatnot. Pretty cool. I like that. And he's sitting at 19k. Mind you, he's ethereal, so we can have like 3 of these guys down. So let's keep going here, and we're gonna have the almighty blast and ash fallen. So he stops at a full AoE, right? His range is pretty good, 42. So it's like this like little like almighty stuff on the floor. Pretty cool. And then he just walks forward, which I think that's so sick. But we did get a new passive, which is the Ash Fallen. So +5 range for every time Ash Fallen is used, up to 20%. So now you may be wondering, what does Ash Fallen do? So let's real quick turn off the visual effects. And what it does is you could toggle between 2 things. So toggle 1 buffs all units in range, right? All units in your watch's range, or YHWACH. They all lose 30% damage off all units in range by 15% damage, and lose 30% damage from this unit. So basically he's like kind of a buffer. And then the second one is debuffs all allied units 30% damage and 10% range, and gain 10% damage and 5% range per allied unit debuffed by this ability. So basically it's a little bit weird how they word it, right? So essentially, if I put a whole bunch of units, as you can see, he got +25 here. He's -30, so he's giving everyone else a buff. So he's currently in his buff state, right? So now he's oh no, I guess he's stealing right now, as you can see, right? So we could do another one here. So he keeps going. Let's just put as many units as we can, right? So we're gonna put, of course, here. I guess this kind of counts since we can actually use the buffs for this. So we're gonna put as many units as we can, right? I know there is a limit to it, but I'm not gonna count how many people I need for it. But here we go. So you have all of this, and we're going to use this guy as the main example. So right now he's at 89,000. Mind you, this is ethereal, so having a monarch would be nuts. And also, as you can see, he got 89 range because he's stealing everyone's attack. But if we go into the Ash Fallen, he's going to distribute all of that and give it to everyone else. So as you can see, like for Book, yeah, well, I guess these guys don't really matter, right? But he's at 4,000. I guess we should buff up another YHWACH real quick. So let's just upgrade him here. Let's just switch all of this here, and then let's also get to the other one, because I believe he's also debuffing everyone else. So let's all switch them to this side, right? So as you can see, like let's look at David, for example, right? So if I was to give him a bunch of like, let's just increase him, right? So right now he's like 59, right? And if we were to activate this, he steals everyone, which he's hitting now 98,000, which is insane. He could almost reach 100k for each and every one of them. Now, mind you, every time that you proc this, he's going to keep getting more right here. He's going to get more range, which is really nice. On top of that, we haven't procced the full of Almighty, so he can probably hit like around like 110k possibly. So just keep doing a little bit more here, right? So the more we do it, the more range we're getting. So we're at 89 here. I believe the next one should be 90. Let's see if it's correct. Okay, so I guess he's capped out, I guess. Okay, so cool. So as you can see, he's just basically just insane. So he can steal everyone else's. Let's see the other guy. So you can kind of just do it with all the other YHWACHs. Mind you, everyone else around you will be lowered. But there are some units that kind of can't get their stat lowered, so I guess they work really well with him. Real quick, I guess while we're at it, we should also try to buff him with the Orihimes and the Subaru. So real quick, let's just try to get these guys upgraded real quick. But as you can see here, I've lowered all the other YHWACHs, and as you can see, he is doing 100k every 6 seconds with 89 range. This man's range is actually nutty. Mind you, he cannot get status elements at all, so he's immune to everything. He gets more damage if he gets stunned. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get some enemies that can stun. So I guess I think Rui is the one that stuns, correct? He has like snare or whatnot. So let's just pop him out real quick, and I'm gonna try to max out the passive, so I'll be right back. All right, so now that we finished it, let's look at YHWACH real quick. And as you can see, oh no, not this one. Let's go to the you're right here. He's dealing, okay, and mind you, I believe, I'm not sure if it's because he killed, I'm not sure where he's getting all that range from. As you can see here, he's hitting 113k. Mind you, ethereal, mind you. So if he had Monarch, he'd probably be sitting like at 400k. Mind you, of course, you are stealing the other stats of your other enemies, but I think it's very worth it just because he's just kind of doing his own thing. He's just doing a lot. And if we were to split it apart, he's still doing 57,000 if you really need to split it apart, right? Or go up to another one. And look over here, he's doing 122,000. I'm assuming it's based off how much the other ones have in terms of damage, it seems, because like this one had like 100k. So like let's pass it over here. It's very odd. I don't know how the math works, but he's a really good unit. I really like him a lot. I wish I kind of got Monarch on him, but overall pretty solid unit, very, very fun. And that's about it. That's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you guys like the YHWACH, or whatever you want to call him. Pretty fun. I really like this unit. I'm very happy I got Ethereal. It's pretty decent. But if you guys like this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 300 subscribers. That'll be a lot to me, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.